Boom.
Boom. There it
Look at
is.
there. Oh,
Sorry,
John's got the coffees.
I had I had to mute. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it is 4 o'clock. That means it is time for the Bones Six Fix. I'm Ron.
You
This is
nailed it.
John. That's right. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking time out of your day to check in with us and see how things are going with our Bone Six campaign. Um,
Yeah.
things are a little slow right now. It's okay though. You know what? It's fine. We've got plans for things. If you haven't noticed, John, today we did a little social media thing. You want to tell everybody about that?
That's right. It's the Drift Lurker, sculpted by I think Julie. Is that right, Ron?
Yes, Julie Guthrie. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we've always done these social media things because it helps with promotion and getting the word out there. I just went and posted on the some of the other subreddits that we frequent. Um, and it's always a good way to get engagement up and kind of spread the word with a cool miniature. And
Yeah.
I think this one has a really cool write-up written by Joseph.
Hmm.
I read through it multiple times. These are my favorite parts of this Kickstarter so far, for me. But I'm a big flavor person for all you flavor people in chat. Um, but yeah, it's the Drift Lurker,
Yeah.
and
So uh, the Drift Lurker was actually made to be a Bones USA promotional model back in 2020, but due
yeah,
to various reasons, it just kept getting bumped and bumped and bumped. And then when we were planning the Bone Six Kickstarter, we thought this guy is perfect for Bone Six.
mhm.
So we planned on making it our first social media stretch goal. Um, and then last night, Joe and I got on online and we sort of bounced some ideas back and forth regarding what is a drift lurker because oh, um, but between last night and this morning, we kind of hashed it out and came up with a cool little hook. And there's a bit of an Easter egg in the story for the. Can you pull up the drift lurker graphic there, Justin? Have you got it?
Let me see here if I do. I'm sure I do somewhere here.
Let me check the assets folder.
Yeah, I was about to say. Let me
I
pull
wonder
this up.
if we even put him in there because I could put him
Also,
there real quick.
also here in about 20 minutes or so, we're gonna have a poll for you guys. So
Oh yeah,
Poll,
a poll,
special
POLL,
poll.
not POLE. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's not a part of the Green Griffin.
Correct. Yeah, we're not putting a
right.
poll in the Green Griffin.
Um,
It's not that kind of
let's see.
establishment.
Of course, graphics, stretch goals, locked. Let's see.
There we
Here,
go.
I got it. I'll put it
Yeah,
in
the
here.
Drift Lurker.
Okay, I put
I
it in there. It's
remember. Oh,
it's it's under the stretch goals. Bone Six Assets stretch goals unlock. Oh, it's actually I put it in the wrong folder. I put it in the unlock folder, but it's
Thanks.
whatever.
Uh, damn it, Ron.
I know.
No, it's
and
fine.
progress on that is really moving. It's really spreading pretty quickly and pretty fast. My
There we go.
phone's on fire. I'm just getting notification after notification after notification. So keep it up. Keep the ball rolling. Keep the momentum up.
Yeah, it's SM1 underscore drift lurker, Justin. There he is. Oh, you already got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
cool.
up on the screen.
Okay, all right. So at the very bottom down there, it says the secret right to summon drift lurkers was contained in a series of scrolls residing in a private library in the Towtane City of Port Gangrel, which is sort of a little nod to Warlord, our old Warlord game. Um,
Hmm.
I say old, but it's been around for 20 years. And according to rumor, the scrolls, along with many other valuable arcane goods, were stolen on behalf of the nefarious sorcerer Erebus Nahus. No doubt the sorcerer's lair in the Westboro Hills is now protected by several of these malignant monstrosities. So, um, in back in the days of Heritage Miniatures, they had a one of their paint and play sets was the Crypt of the Sorcerer, and in the Crypt of the Sorcerer box set, you've got the little sorcerer shooting his little firebolt spell. And in 2018, um, we recreated that character. Bobby Jackson resculpted it based on the original, and we put it out as a Dungeon Dwellers promotional model for ReaperCon. Then we put it into the Dungeon Dwellers box set for Bones 5, and now today it's just a little nod that the Crypt of the Sorcerer exists in the Westboro Hills. Erebus Nollis, the actual sorcerer of the Crypt of the Sorcerer, has now got these drift lurkers guarding his lair. So also, I don't know if any of you guys, you old timers out there, have ever seen the Crypt of the Sorcerer. It's a very, very small dungeon. So if we ever go to recreate or reimagine the Crypt of the Sorcerer, it will be a much larger dungeon with a lot more nasty things, including drift lurkers guarding his dungeon. So there you go. There's your little Easter egg story for the day. By the way, the sorcerer, the Crypt of the Sorcerer, never had a name, so we named him, and that's his name, Erebus Nollis. So there you go. There's your goofy waste of time story for the day.
There's your lore tidbit of the day.
There's your lore tidbit. And so there's your little tie-in of everything of the Crypt of the Sorcerer and things like that. But Julie sculpted this, and I love this miniature. It's fantastic. There's actually, you know what, Justin? There is a scale photograph of this as well.
Surf 4 scale.
Yeah, with Surf
Is
4
this,
scale.
you also going to place this in the wrong folder?
I'm going to put this in the wrong folder too. Just a
Okay,
moment.
perfect.
I'll move them later if we need to.
I appreciate that, John. While you're digging for that real quick, a little more information on the poll that we're going to do here in a bit. It's going to be kind of an encounter sort of thing where we ask you guys what you think sounds great, what looks exciting, what
right.
really catches your eye when you read it. And we're going to put this across, I believe, other socials as well. It's not going to just be on Twitch.
Well, I think, Justin, what we're going to do is we're going to do this one. The first one we're just going to do on Twitch.
First one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we'll do, and then depending on how crazy it goes, or not.
Because I don't want people here carrying this back to the Kickstarter people, the people who don't come to Twitch, and going, look, we did a poll.
Let's call this a test.
Yeah.
And
this is
a test for the broader range of things.
Yeah,
that's true. How about this? This is a test. If we get 75% or greater participation, that's also part of the test. We need you guys to participate.
And are we going to give gift certificates to everyone who participates?
That's up to
No.
you. But you
They get a
to tell
participation
Dave.
trophy.
You get to tell Dave that's what we did.
Nah, I'll let Dave decide that himself. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. So, and again, this is, we'll get more into it in a few minutes, I guess. Anyway, so there's your drift lurker. Julie did a great job. I love this model, and I'm glad that he's going to get a lot of attention as a social media stretch goal. So, and John, the 5,000 engagements, how does that work?
So anytime that you share or like, those are big contributions to it. Also, comments on it will help as well because it'll push it up towards the top, and it'll help more people see it on all the different platforms that you comment on. But liking and sharing are the two big ones. Also, if you do not share our posts, at least if you share this picture, I ask that you please tag us at Reaper Mini, at Reaper Miniatures on all the different socials. That way I know I can see it and things like that.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
Now the 5,000 is combined, correct?
Combined, yes, between all. I saw somebody say, "Is it 5,000 per each?" I was like, "No, it's all combined." So I have a big checklist that I'm updating every couple of hours because I'm not just going to refresh the pages and update it slowly. I'll update it every couple of hours to see where we're at.
Okay. And let's see. And I'm just checking the total. Oh, it's already, never mind. It's already up on our thing. Cool. Okay. All right. Well, then there we go. All right.
I know the Drift Lurker, you mentioned that it was supposed to be a Bones USA promo. I remember it going through a couple of different iterations and some changes and things like that. So was this the final version, or was this the original version, or?
No, actually, this is probably, I think this is the second version. So Julie did one version, and then we sort of wanted to make some tweaks to it. And so this is the second version. And then as we were learning the Bones USA process, we had to sort of change, or the figure. It was a challenging figure. I mean, you can see it, but by all the spikes and stuff, it's kind of a challenging figure. So to mold, and so we went through a lot of tweaks to the masters, just little things here and there. But this is, I don't know which version it is. So this is version 2, but 2.3 maybe. So there have been a few configurations, just slight changes. The first change, the difference between number one and number two was um, Julie made some changes to version two, which I really like a lot better. And then there have been some little tweaks to the other pieces, the other versions down the road, but they're really slight. Um, but yeah, I really love this particular one. It's super cool, and there you go. There you count. Start counting those. Get your bingo cards out. Super cool. Um,
And if you come to the Kickstarter party, you might get to see one of these in person. So.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
to clarify, in miniature form, not real life. I don't
Oh
want
yes,
Right.
yes.
I don't want people to be
We'll have a big
terrified.
projector.
No, no,
But
no.
wouldn't that be
Like
cool?
we captured one and it's chained up. That could be an awful incident.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to have a big
Yeah,
life size drift
Guardian.
lurker
it
on
would make
so
headlines too if it broke free.
for sure. So yeah, so there we go. There's your drift lurker, and that's that. And we're coming up on 870 for Sophie's number two, which includes the Reapercon Sophie from 2011 and Reapercon 2016, Adventure
Mhm.
Sophie, and what we call Gravestone Sophie, because she's sitting on a gravestone. So, and those
Yeah, we're
are
coming up.
imminently going to be unlocked.
Yeah, 1600. I feel like so far, I think this has been the longest stretch goal in between Pathfinder Chibis and
Yeah,
Sophie 2. I
yeah.
think, which is okay.
Um, so let's see what else. Oh, Bob and Julie just sent me a text. So I think Julie did this piece in the fall of 2020. That's how long this thing's been around. And
Hmm.
we were going to put it out, and she sculpted a Christmas hat to put on it. It was really cute. It's a separate little hat
Oh yeah.
right on top of his head. It fits right around the shape to the head and the horns. It's really cute. And we're going to put it out as we thought we'd have it ready for as this promotional model. And as things happen, it just didn't happen. So, no,
Hmm.
Bob and Julie, sorry, this one's not going to have the little Christmas hat. But maybe one day we'll go ahead and put out the hat as a separate bit so people can make Christmas drift lurkers for their
Well, they could
coasters.
put
Because
a hat on anything.
yeah, yeah. Um, but there were someone commented also in the comment section that the drift lurker looked puny, and
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
maybe I guess if you compare it to our four scale, I guess I don't know if puny would be the right word, but when he's assembled it in your hand, he's big.
Yeah.
And I made the joke that if you step on him in the middle of the night when you wake up and have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and your cat's knocked it off your table, and you step on it,
I
you're gonna know it. He is.
thought that was a good response.
It's worse than a Lego.
Thank you for
I gotta
reminding me
say.
I need to be angry at my cat, Ron.
Yes, yes. Everyone needs reminders. Um, Speaking of being angry at your cat, Rhonda Bender, uh, she she's got cats, and she's never angry at her cats. She loves her cats. Um, but she painted. We all know that Rhonda did the Justin. If you can go to the folder, the assets folder, go to the artist renders and turnarounds, go to the core set, and if you'll pull up the let's see, core set. Where's it at? Sorry,
You're fine.
core set. Oh, it's the painted version of all the party. The party.
Yeah, yeah,
You got that?
yeah. Right. This one?
The
Yeah,
adventurers.
that one. So yeah, so Bobby sculpted these. Bobby Jackson, Rhonda Bender painted them, and they look great. And I sent Rhonda a goblin to paint, and we've had the pictures of the goblin. Justin, if I can find where they are, let's go. So hold on, wait a minute. Um, I just put these in here. Damn it. Um,
Let's see here. JP asked if we were actually selling core sets now. I think we
oh,
might have a couple downstairs.
if you'll go to Bone Six Assets, artists, renders, and turnarounds, and then it's not in the folders. They're the actual four images that are not in folders down there. There's Pgob, 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 Pgob. Um,
What?
show Pgob BL front.
This is which folder is this in?
It's in the course. It's in the artist renders and turnarounds, but it's not in a folder. It's they're nested under there.
Okay, all right.
You see them?
Do you care which one I start with?
Start with front.
Perfect. Here's
There we
P-Gob.
go. There's P-Gob. Sculpted by Bobby, painted by Rhonda. So there's P-Gob in his perfect orange color. She had to give him a green shirt though, so I'll let that slide. Um, so this is the promotional goblin painted up by Rhonda. So there's his front. I'm going to see. We can look at the left and the right and the back as well. If you want to just go through those.
I like the rust effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously he would have ramshackled parts found and put together and weathered over time.
Good shot of the shield.
I also like that his like the shingly type armor matches that of the bigger models as well. Around that same
Very cool.
So
area.
what is
So
that shingly type armor exactly? Does it have a name? We
it's kind of, I would
Somebody in chat
imagine
will
it's
know.
scale mail. Scale mail, right?
Yeah. What?
Valandar here?
If no one in chat answers, I'm gonna call it shingle armor going forward. So
Yeah, shingles. Yeah, he has
I would call it
shingles.
scale mail
that's
or
scale mail. Okay.
something like that. It's goblin armor. Okay, let's just call it that.
Yeah, it's goblin armor.
P-Gob armor.
Oh, it's called.
Goblin.
I think it's called tegulated, right? I just googled it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Te-
That's interesting. I didn't know
Tegulated
that.
armor.
Bless you, John.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but it might be called tegulated.
All right. So
Shingle mail.
anyway, so Rhonda sent me those photos at about 3:58, and she goes, "Hey, are you going to put?" I said, "I'll put these on the show today, the Bone Six Fix." She goes, "Cool. Is that at 6 o'clock?" I said, "No, that's right now. That's literally right now." So we put them in the folder and somewhere. But yeah, great job, Rhonda. This goblin looks great, and you know, there's bound
He
to be
still
more
hasn't been
goblins
revealed yet,
like this, huh?
right?
No, he has
This one
not.
still hasn't been revealed, right?
Not been revealed yet. He is hiding in a upcoming thing. We'll just have to wait and see. You know,
I'm
we'll just
really
wait
not
and
sure
see
why he's orange, but
because that's what he's supposed to be.
oh,
No, maybe he just spent a lot of time out in the sun. That's his
He's
tan.
he's he's proper goblin orange is what he is.
wouldn't that make him a lighter green?
Okay,
He's that
all right.
sick.
Okay. Also,
Now
I think
now
it's about time to put the poll up. By the way,
okay.
so
Well, one second, real quick. So our little goblin guy's orange. Now you see the Pathfinder Chibi Goblins. That was the last stretch goal we made at 8:30. Now those
Mhm.
guys are definitely green. Those are definitely Pathfinder Goblin green. Matter of fact, there is a Reaper officially licensed Pathfinder paint color called Goblin Green, which you should definitely paint those guys red if you pick these options up. So um, there you go. Just tying
that's
out
true.
goblins.
This is a P-Gob. You're right. Regular
Yeah, this
goblins
is
are green. This is a P-Gob
well, no,
or
Pathfinder
orange.
goblins are green. All other goblins should be orange, preferably. But your mileage may vary, so whatever. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
So now we've got our poll coming up, right?
I'm hitting it now. All right. So make sure if you guys are on mobile, it might be a little difficult for you to see it, or you may not see it at all. So I would suggest sometime in the next 10 minutes, because it's going to run for 10 minutes, make sure to get to some sort of bigger platform if you can, and vote. Please and thank you.
Okay. Okay.
And it'll be at the
So
top of chat.
It'll be at the top of
okay.
chat. Correct.
Okay. And so this is just a fun little thing we're going to do. So we don't, like I said, we don't want everyone to get mad that they weren't participating in the poll. So it's just kind of, we're just sort of seeing what you guys think. We've got several encounters planned. We haven't seen any yet. But we've got a few encounters planned for the rest of the Kickstarter. Is the poll up yet there?
Yeah, it
You
is.
got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
And
like
so,
Ron said, we're still waiting for a few more pieces for them to kind of be wrapped up and to be
yes.
ready to do stuff with and things like that.
So here's what we got in no particular order. We've got the encounter Egg of the Phoenix. We've got now all these names are subject to change as well. So
Mhm.
if you don't like the name, they might actually change before they actually show up. The unholy sanctum of the demon prince, the lost temple of the deep ones, the owlbear's lair, and the danger in the rot stump bog. Those are the encounters we've got planned. And we just would like to know which encounter you guys think sounds the most interesting. And of course, we're not giving you any miniatures, any figures for context. just have to go off the title themselves. Of course, some are very self-explanatory, like the Owlbear's Lair and the Demons or the Demon Prince Sanctum. They could be pretty self-explanatory, but the other ones kind of hard to tell what they're going to do, so or what they're going to be comprised of.
Mm.
So interesting to see. Interesting to see what you guys think sounds the most interesting to you, and what might show up first, depending on what you guys say. So,
Maybe.
so
Right now we have a close kind of a two-way tie and a three-way tie
yeah,
between Egg, Deep Ones, and Owlbears. Those are like the three that are really
Yeah.
close. They're
And,
all 24, 24, 21.
right.
so and which one's in last place?
That would be the
Rot Stump.
rot stump. Yeah,
Because it gives you no context. But that the one to me is the most interesting. Of course, I'm cheating because I know what's in it. So
that's true.
um, I haven't even shared with John and Justin what's in that yet. So,
Yeah,
but
I have no idea. I have no idea.
there's some good stuff. There's some really good stuff.
I assume there's a stump and
Um,
a bog.
I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. Um, the Sanctum of the Demon Lord, Unholy Sanctum of the Demon Lord, that was designed by Max Dunbar. He designed
Oh,
the entire. Yes, he designed the entire encounter. So you've seen
oh
Max's
snap.
stuff. Yeah, so you know what it looks like. You just have to wait and see.
Mhm,
Now, on that one specifically, it is just going to be all concept art for now because we didn't have time to get it all sculpted. So
mhm.
when you see that encounter revealed, it'll be all concept art, and it's totally cool. Well worth the wait. Um, let's see.
Yeah,
Uh,
he asked us on Twitter. He asked Reaper to see the print of the 30th anniversary dragon. So I took a clip from a few of our update shows a few days ago or last week, where we put the 30th anniversary dragon on the turntable, and I sent it to him, and he was freaking out about it. So
yeah,
um,
that's cool.
he seems very excited about it. I told him we would get
Yeah.
better shots of it and things like that. I told him that it was for scale and that it was a quick one, but he seemed over the moon, is what I would say.
He's been very excited about it, and he's excited about the demon layer as well. He was
Mhm.
really excited to work on that, and that's got some cool stuff in it too. Max is just he's a pleasure to work with, and he's such a great artist.
Mhm.
It's been a lot of fun working with Max on these encounters and some of these other things. So what he's done, he's designed the 30th anniversary dragon. He designed a bonus piece that goes with that, which we've not shown yet. He's also designed, let's see, he designed something for the Lost Tombs of Hakir expansion. Um, let's see what else. And then, of course, this,
ReaperCon?
yeah, the Reapercon iconics, and then also these demons. So
Mhm.
it's been a lot of fun working with him. So speaking of Lost Tombs of Hakir, Izzy Izzy Talon Collier
Mhm.
sent me a design for the Lost Tombs of Akir. Sent a couple
Wow.
some thumbnails over, and she's got some really great ideas for that. Um, she's been working on the shields and things like that. And
Mhm.
there's also another encounter that Izzy was working on, but we didn't have time to complete it. So we'll see what happens with that. We may go back one day and try to complete it, but it was the one that was the closest to my heart. Um, and I'm hoping we can go back and maybe wrap it up before the end of the Kickstarter because I really want to put that one out. So
Mhm.
some neat stuff. So Bobby's working on the Temple of the Deep Ones, Lost Temple of the Deep Ones right now. Um, let's see, Jason's working on. Everyone's working on a lot of stuff. There's just a lot of things a lot of balls in the air, I guess. So how's the poll looking now,
So to speak, of course, Ron.
um,
so to speak?
it looks like right now the front runner is
Is
with 29% of the votes is Egg of the Phoenix. So
Interesting.
that's 29%, and
not
then
egg on the
closely behind that
phoenix.
is, and then closely followed behind that is 25%, which is Deep One's Temple.
So the Egg of the Phoenix is in first place, huh?
Oh, hey, Reaper
Currently.
gets a vote, Ron. Where should I place our vote?
Uh, Egg of the Phoenix.
Okay, fine, we'll
You know
vote
why?
there.
Because that one's actually finished. We could actually
Oh,
Yeah.
do
we're
we
getting
have any teaser photos, Ron?
well. If you give me a minute, we
Let's.
can have a teaser photo.
How about
Oh.
this? Does anyone here want to see a teaser? You guys don't care about teaser photos, right? Like you don't. You're just here for John's shining personality and coffees.
Sorry, I tried to mute.
Okay, I've made a new
Nobody can
folder.
screenshot it.
Yeah, nobody can screenshot it. This stays here with us, guys. Okay. No
It'll
one, no
probably be
one
put
can
up in
go
an
anywhere
update
else.
pretty soon if we had to guess. But
Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. This is kind of cheating. Oh, Justin, these are all PSDs. Let me save them as
That's
JPEGs real quick.
yeah, or
Rip.
PNG.
Okay,
PNG
while Ron's
preferably
doing
if you
that,
can.
Make a PNG.
I'll, I'll vamp
Vamp.
while Ron's doing
Vamp.
that. A lot of people have been asking about the maps, Gene's maps, and I believe in the last Kickstarter we made the maps available as PDFs, and I think the goal is to make these available as PDFs as well, if they haven't already been. Um, but I know that that will be coming. I know they were available in the Pledge Manager as PDFs, so that's likely where they will be again, um, and maybe put on reapermini.com at some point as well. Um, Anybody have any other questions in chat? I know yesterday a lot of questions got dodged and danced around, and yesterday was the political money episode. So today you might be able to get some more hard yes or hard no answers. So
We
if you had
promise
your
today we will do as much dancing.
yeah, sure. Is there a name for the anniversary dragon yet, Ronald?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I asked Anne for some names. She named Sharndar for us, and she also gave me some other names, which I'll probably. She's like my go-to dragon namer person. Um,
Hmm.
so I'll probably choose one of her names for the 30th anniversary dragons, or I'm open to suggestions from the public if people have good names for it. Dragon names are hard.
Um, yeah. Izzy Lobo asks science fiction encounters, Chronoscope, mini packs. I know that Ed and Dave were kind of pushing to put some science fiction stuff in there. I know that some of it might squeeze in towards the end. But there was not going to be like a big expansion like Chronoscope or anything like that. There might be like a pack or two maybe. Um, but fan favorites. I don't believe there is a fan favorites planned for this Bone Six Kickstarter at this time. Um, let's see. Mm, do Ed and Dave have improved evasion? Indeed, they do. They've spent many years on it. Why aren't you guys wearing funny hats? It would help. But that'd be true. Maybe it could be a channel point thing where we have different funny hats in the studio.
Okay.
Oh, there's Reaper Dave is here. What's up, Reaper Dave?
Let's
Um,
see. Okay, here we go. Almost ready.
Well,
Ron, a lot of people were trying to rally support in the Kickstarter comments about trying to get the full page write up for the Green Griffin, like all the pages. Because I
Yeah.
think there's 16 that you narrowed it down to, I think, in
Yeah,
the
12
current
pages
PDF.
of written text.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then I don't know I can't remember what the PDF turned out to be. Yeah, there's a lot there. Joe wrote a lot. He went and gave every character, every winch a personality, a name, a background. I was like, that's a lot. We really, I don't know if I want to do
That
that.
sounds like a Joe thing to do.
Yeah, this is something Joe would do. Uh, my favorite part about the Green Griffin at a glance is the three ghosts that inhabit the Green Griffin. Um,
The haunts,
Dariana,
yeah.
yeah, Dariana, which is I think in the PDF she's not named. Um, she's the Weeping Widow, and then there's Sasha, the little boy, and then Zellum, the just the spirit in the down in the basement. And Joe did a great write up on all three of those, and they had to be cut back to fit. So there's a lot of information there that sort of that's not that people don't know
It's
about.
on the
But
cutting room floor.
yeah, it is. But maybe for the director's cut, we'll do a Green Griffin book again. Joe spent a lot of time on those maps, a lot of time on the maps. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a good little tavern, a good little inn, a lot of fun stuff. And then again, the hope is that one day we'll do actual. We always talk about the Green Griffin. It's in Barrowgate. Well, what is Barrowgate? Well, we'd like to do a Barrowgate book talking about the city of Barrowgate. And then where's Barrowgate? Well, Barrowgate's in the Hills Edge province. So we'd like to do a book about the Hills Edge province, which is on the edge of the West Barrow Hills, um, which would be another setting book, which we talk about the haunted West Barrow Hills, and just all kinds of stuff. So it all just sort of grows from there. So we've got a lot of information, a lot of stuff already written. It's just a matter of finding the time to do it. And but you never know. We have a big
Mhm.
surprise coming up a really, really big surprise, a really big announcement we'd like to make in the Kickstarter, but I'm having a hard time finding the time to pull away and actually work on it because the Kickstarter itself is a lot of work. So, but we're something really fun, really cool to talk about. Justin, in the artist renders and turnarounds, there's a folder called Encounter Images.
Okay.
Okay. Now you guys have seen these. If you watch Reaper Live, you've seen these images before. Um, so these won't, but this will give you some context as to what it is, what they are. So
And
It's
these
these
are
three.
for the Egg of the Phoenix.
Egg of the Phoenix, yeah.
It's these three
Okay.
photos, correct?
Huh? Yeah,
It's three.
three little
Okay.
guys. Yeah, three
Making
guys.
sure.
Yeah, and let's say if you watch Reaper Live on a regular basis, you may have seen these already. If you haven't, if you don't watch Reaper Live, or maybe you missed the episode, these are the Salamanders.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
remember the Salamanders by Chris Lewis? So that's the
Mm-hmm.
Salamander Captain by Chris. One of the Salamander Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think we've got one more Salamander Warrior after this. We've never done Salamanders before, and we thought, you know what, it's a good time. And you can see they've got the flame on the base and the flame on their weapon, so they're in some place hot. Probably the elemental plane of fire. Who knows where they are? We haven't written up the encounter yet. And what is the egg of the phoenix? You just have to wait and see. And is it possible that the salamanders have a guardian animal of some sort? It's very possible, yes, that they do have a
Mm-hmm.
guardian of some sort. But we're not revealing that yet. These are just little teasers for the egg of the phoenix. So I'll tell you this. It's definitely going to have uh, an Arabian Nights kind of a flair to the encounter. So it'll be a lot of fun. Chris is put out a few figures. They're all ready. They're all done. So we've got the egg reveal, the guardian, the three salamanders, and then the heroes to show. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a good encounter.
I like
There you
Chris's
go.
scale work here. I like his scales
Yeah,
a lot.
it's magnificent. It's super sharp,
Mm-hmm.
super clean. Really, really cool. Yeah, he's really good at that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some
Oh,
really,
there's
really
the
good.
salamanders. Hold on. Sorry about that.
Okay, so there you go. There's your. So is the poll over yet, Justin?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, who won?
The Phoenix.
All right. Well, how appropriate. That's the one that's actually
It
finished, so
is.
we can start
It
first.
is.
That works out. That worked out great because that's the one that's all the pieces are in hand and we're ready to go. Hey, look, we're
Perfect.
edging up on our stretch goal, 870.
Where's it at? Oh, there it is. We're 100 away? No,
1,000.
1100.
11,
Yeah.
1100
Yeah.
away. 1088.
Quick math.
So yeah. So getting ready for that, and then the new we put up the new map on the Kickstarter
Mm-hmm.
page with no labels, but it's cool to show off Gene Van Horn's art for the mines. So just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
show that. We'll put the labels
A
over here too.
good suggestion, Ron, is to we've put a bunch of like little future teasers and stuff in the updates section.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
a lot of people say, can you put those on the front page? Because a lot of new people that come to the Kickstarter will not go to the updates at all until
Yeah,
they pledge or something. So maybe you could put them at the bottom or towards
yeah.
the bottom. I know because it might confuse some people, but it'd be cool. Just a thought.
Yeah, no, I thought about that as well the other night when I was like, there's a lot of these things going into the updates that unless you check every update, you miss a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, what we'd like to do eventually, we're trying to get the Reaper page made that we'll just give you a link and it'll take you to all these cool previews and all these images that we've been showing you over the last couple weeks or so, or a couple weeks, five
Hmm.
days or 6 days, or however long it's been, three, five,
Yeah,
six
yeah.
days. Feels like weeks. But yeah, no, we can do that. We can put them in the front page, or we need to make a dedicated page where everyone can go and just sort of view them at their leisure. Um,
Hmm.
we've got, let's see, Justin, if you'll go back to your assets, artist renders and turnarounds, and go to Briarwood.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You'll see a video called Briarwood Kelpies CVP. Can we take a look at that? This
Yep.
is great. Huh?
Got it right here.
Okay. And so while Christine's busy doing the sculpting, her husband Kyle has been doing the renders and the turnarounds. So these are the
Yeah.
kelpies that she's put in that Christine sculpted for Briarwood Vale. Three kelpies, and you can see the pictures don't do them justice. You've got to get these turnarounds to see all the dynamic movement and all the different layers and parts that Christine put into these kelpies. They're really really cool.
Hmm.
A lot of flow, a lot of movement. Um, Again, they're made out of kelp, so that's why the texture is is like that, right? They're plant people.
Hmm.
They're going to lure you to your doom. So um,
Yeah, I like
these are really
the fluid mix between human and plant, how they kind of blend in and mush and wrap around and form.
yeah. And what's
It's fun.
cool is the kelp the skeletons on the bases that Christine did.
Oh yeah, I
You
see
see
the
the
skull
skull and
there.
the rib cage. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff. So, Izzy Talon Collier sculpted or concepted some kelpies for us back in 2012 for ReaperCon,
Oh wow.
and Pat Keith sculpted the kelpies, which eventually turned into bones figures. But in the original concept art, Izzy had these bones on the bases for these kelpies because it was appropriate because that's what they do, right? They lure you into the water, and then when they
Hmm.
wrap their fronds around you and then drown you. So it would just be appropriate. They would have skulls and skeletons in the sediment uh, of their
Of their base.
bases. Yeah, um, yeah. So I think I guess it's in Celtic mythology. Kelpies are actually seahorses, or uh, so this is actually more based on the role playing game. But I think we've got they may be called something else at some point, but we all know what they
Yeah.
are.
It feels kind of Arthurian to me.
Yeah, they're really neat. Now, Justin, if you'll look also, there is a turnaround called Briarwood Willow Wisps CVP. Those are the Will o' the Wisps that Christine sculpted for the Briarwood Vale,
Yeah, shout out
and
to
these are
Kyle.
small.
These renders take a long time. So
Yeah, yeah. I told Kyle last night he did a great job on these turnarounds. They look really good. So you can see it's hard to do a Will o' the Wisp. It's just a ball of light.
yeah.
That just shocks your ass, right? So but Christine did a great job to get a lot of flow, a lot of movement. These will be in clear, right? So they'll
Hmm.
be translucent, perfectly clear. So you can go and stain these whatever colors you want to do, and you can see the ball itself in all these where the actual monster is. But they're great will o wisp minis, which is a really hard
Hmm.
thing to do, and they're small, right? They're really tiny, so um, they're really cool. So I think those look really really great. Let's see
Yeah,
what
it's a
else
cool
was
little
here.
monster to throw in there. You know,
Yeah, they're neat.
especially in the Fey expansion, because trickery and misdirection and all kinds of things like that. Because to my knowledge, I think Will o' Wisp are like very mischievous and kind of like almost like an angler, the head of an anglerfish almost. They lead you
Let's
to. Mhm.
and let's see. Hmm,
Oh yeah, correct. OSL on these is going to be awesome,
yeah,
especially
let's
because they're
see.
clear.
Okay, and let's see here. Sorry. Where am I at? Okay, and Justin, there's one more file uploading now. It's called video 164920. I know it's probably the most recent one. See if that'll
Is
load
this in
for
the
you.
Briarwood? There it is.
This is in
I
the
found
Briarwood as
it.
well. Yes, Briarwood 164920.
All right, here it comes.
Okay, there we go. These are the red caps.
Oh, nice.
And they're really tiny. But Christine packed a lot of detail into these guys. And again, the images that we have on the graphic on the Kickstarter page just don't do them justice. And um, Kyle and Christine, well, mainly I think Christine mainly wanted to render these in red. You're going to get them when you get them; they're going to be gray. But we
Hmm.
thought that the red really kind of was fitting for red caps, right? So
Yeah.
and like I said, these are tiny. They're little bitty tiny guys, right? They're just super tiny. Um, but she put a lot of work and a lot of detail into these, and we wanted you to be able to see these. So this will be one of the turnarounds we'll put on the Kickstarter page, so you can check those out.
Yeah, this will be a good
Pretty cool.
update as well. So this is good.
Yeah, yeah, pretty cool, pretty neat. So, and they're but for something really really tiny, she put a lot of work into those. So
I love this little
there you
sickle
go.
axe thing.
Hmm.
It's so cute.
Yeah, they're neat. They're really really neat. So good job, Christine. So yeah, she's the Briarwood encounter or expansion is a pretty much all CVP. She did most of the figures in there,
Hmm.
with a few by Jason. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, yesterday you gave her permission to work on Shimmer Scale on
Yeah.
stream, and so there was
Yep.
a bunch of people in there watching. I was there. We rated her, um,
Hmm.
and she was working on Shimmer Scale, so that was fun to see.
Yeah.
And they did some test prints.
Yep.
They did some test prints of the Fungal Queen and the Fungal King. So I asked Kyle if he can get some good, turnarounds of those, or when we get those printed out, we could do some turnarounds of those. But they look awesome for the first little prints that they did,
Well,
because they print them out to test to see what they look like.
Justin, there is a picture called Briarwood Fungal CVP in the folder right
There
there.
you
You
go.
can pull it up right now.
Hey, perfect.
Briarwood
Good
Fungal
segue.
CVP. There. So
There it
those are
is.
the actual volumetric prints. So those are volumetric
Yeah.
prints. So in the graphic, I kind of undersized the fungal queen. She looks a little small. These are printed side. These are side by side. These are the actual sizes. So the fungal king's on a 3-inch round base. So that means
Hmm.
that the fungal queen is probably a little bit bigger than the size that we indicated in the Kickstarter itself.
Hmm.
She's a little bigger. These are volumetric prints, so you may notice that the fungal king on his left hand, he's missing his thumb, things like that. But they're just
I
test
see.
prints just to see how big they're going to be, and I think they turned out great. I'm really really pleased with the results of the printing on these. They look really really
Hmm.
cool. I can't wait for people to get their hands on them. Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah,
Pretty neat stuff.
they look awesome.
Yeah, yeah, they're really cool. So again, good job, Christine, on the sculpting. Good job, Kyle, on the renders and the turnarounds. So good looking stuff. Yeah. So there you go. There's those things. Um, let's see. Did our total go down? It did go down
Um, I think
a
I'm
little
not
bit.
sure.
Yeah, went down for by a few bucks. We're gonna
Up and
get there.
down. That's how things go.
We are gonna get there here pretty soon. So,
Mm.
um, yeah,
Yeah,
this is
we're,
gonna
we're coming up
be
towards the end here. So.
yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's a pretty good update for the day. We've showed some really cool stuff of the Briarwood expansion. We showed some cool encounter stuff. We showed the social media stretch goals, or
Hmm.
at least the first one, and we've got more
The
planned, right,
first one.
John?
That is the plan.
Yeah.
Dave came up with a really good one that I think is a smart one. I think. Everybody seems to be loving the drift lurker. So,
Hmm.
oh, Cindy's calling me, but I'll have to call her back after this.
Don't ghost her.
I'm not.
Um, but yeah, so there you go. There's your update for the day, and we're gonna try to hit this stretch goal here. Hey, look at there, 869. All right. So someone,
You did it.
oh look at there, just jump up
Oh,
another.
I think it just needed an update. Yeah, we're about
So
600 away,
getting close, getting close. So all right, we'll get the update ready.
and then we're on to the
Uh,
next map almost.
almost. I'm going to try to get another update going of more close-ups, turnarounds, and things like that, so people can see what they're missing. Um, and we'll probably do that as an unscheduled update, probably this evening. So we'll be working on that.
Nelson, he's calling me, John.
Hmm.
She didn't get a
Sorry,
hold of. She's calling you next, Ron.
I'm going to see if she calls me
that'd
next. Yeah.
be funny.
Wow.
So, but yeah.
All right.
Unless we have, do
Well,
we have any questions we need to answer?
yeah. Any questions here?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with a few more questions and answers. If you guys have any important questions that you think need to be answered, um, I'm just waiting. Someone said Hakir sneak peek. Well, you've seen the Anubis. You've seen
Yep.
the Anubis. So I think that's all. That's
Bob
all
and
we're willing to share right now.
Bob has been working really, really hard on a lot of the uh, Akir stuff.
Denizens?
Um,
Oh, okay.
he's shown me a lot of. He's shown some really cool stuff, and we'll probably start leaking that out really, really soon. We're not quite there yet. I think we have to do um, denizens before Hakir. So you'll see. I think you'll probably see more denizens previews before you'll see more Hakir previews. But they're coming. They're all coming. Bob's done. Like I said, he's been working his ass off on a lot of this stuff. Um, and there's a lot of. Let's just put it this way. There's a lot of terrain in this one. I don't know about. Okay, maybe not a lot, but there's a few pieces of some really neat terrain that Bob's done, and I can't wait to
Okay.
show it with you guys. Share it with you guys.
So
Good job walking that back.
a couple of
Yeah,
questions
I know.
here, Ron. Do we have a hard cost for the coins yet, or no? I know we
Not
haven't
yet.
seen them, but it's okay. So no cost.
Right. Right.
Okay. And have we, by the way, because I've seen this question asked several times in chat, have we sent Anne the last three pieces to her dragon?
Okay. My goodness. So the we got the box from Trenchworks, and when I just sent the box straight to Ann, and she opened it and said, "I'm missing the legs and the head." I said, "Oh crap!" So I contacted Trenchworks and said, "Hey, can you just send those directly to Ann? Don't send them to me. Just send those missing pieces directly to Ann." And they said, "Sure." Now look, Trenchworks is a big company. They got a lot of things going on, so they can't just stop and cast up a bunch of resin parts for us for no they don't really mean anything. So um, they do know, and I'll ask Paul at Trenchworks again if he's got those out yet. He's supposed to send us a couple other more dragon castings too. Um, but yeah, I know Hans already asked me about it. And I asked Paul at Trenchworks again. He said he was working on it, so they're trying to get to it. They've got a billion things going on themselves, so
All right.
I will get Anne's dragon parts to her.
Just figured I would get that out on stream so that that's a common that was a common question yesterday too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yesterday
saw
too.
that. Like
She sent her
I saw
agents
that. I was
over.
like, why are they asking? I don't know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes,
Good
So the
one,
answer
Ann.
is pieces are on the way, hopefully, and no
yes,
cost for the coins currently.
no cost yet. Right.
Not no cost as in they'll be free, but we do not have a cost to give you. Let's clarify.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. Yes. Hello. Hey, Collins. Hey, I'm on the stream. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay.
Oh, good. Tune in for the the Ron phone stream.
Yeah,
um.
yeah.
Let's see.
See,
Any other
Ron's
questions?
so far away from his phone, so I
Yeah,
always
I
have to
can't.
hang up the phone. So he expects everybody else to hang up instead of him.
That's not true. If I do
That's
Actually, I
true.
usually.
think
Sometimes
that's
you
pretty
don't.
close to true. Every time I call Ron, if I don't hit like hang up, we'll just sit there in awkward silence together. All right.
For like
Well,
five
Ron,
seconds.
I'm not gonna hang up, Ron. So you gotta hang up. So we'll just sit here and I'll listen to you type.
You know what? Katie refuses to hang up when she calls me from card printing. She's like, "Oh, there, look, we had 870." She'll go, "Hey,
Oh, ding.
whatever, we'll talk." And she'll go, "Great, all right, see you later." And she just won't hang up. So I'll just sit there and listen to the card printer run for about 5 minutes. I finally say, "All right, I'm hanging
Because
up."
neither one of you will hang up. That's
No one,
great.
neither one of us is gonna blink.
Look, you guys get to see a live ding. This didn't happen until the last or the first day. There's a bunch of dings the
Right.
first day.
Yeah.
Should I hit the button?
Yep. And then now Ron is after the stream is going to go update all the pages and everything just like normal. Um,
Um,
but if he doesn't, we're just going to get a bunch of angry comments about why
oh,
the front page
I
isn't
guess
updated yet.
Collins has already hit the update.
Oh, he's already done it. Good job,
He
Collins.
already did it.
But there
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yep.
Thank you for
So,
the
and we
raid,
and we
critical.
move forward.
unfortunately, I think people are going to be a little bit disappointed that there's nothing at the end of this update. There's nothing previewed at the end of this update. It's just a straight because after 870 again is
Sullen Hall.
not well. That's isn't it?
Oh, it's not Sullen Hall next.
No, it's Briarwood at 900, and then it's Sullen Hall at 945.
Yeah, there you go.
So you've
Oh,
actually
okay.
got two more stretch goals down the road. We don't have another one after that. We didn't preview another, but Tonight, we'll when we do the close up video, what we'll do is maybe we'll put a little preview into the next one. We put up the new map, and we showed something the other night, Sunday night. We showed the storm giant. So maybe tonight we'll put something else as a little teaser up. But we're all really super busy, so just trying to keep up with everything. But we'll get something up, a
Okay,
sneaky thing.
All
perfect.
right.
So all right, but because
All right.
well, here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to get start teasing so far out ahead that you know we try to. You're supposed to keep it within two more stretch goals out, and we've kind of let it go a little further out every time. So we're gonna rein it in a little bit now, and we'll get it going. John, how much longer do you think we'll have before we hit the drift lurker? Just
We're a
guess.
little bit. Probably by the end of tonight, by the rate that it's going, it might slow down a little bit. So it might be like tomorrow afternoon if it kind of slows down a little bit. But it's been
Okay.
getting a lot coming in. Um,
Okay.
Somebody told me to ask a question that I just remembered that you brought up about pushing, showing off too much ahead of time. And, the question has been brought up multiple times is what happens if the Kickstarter ends right now and we still have stuff that's not unlocked? Um, and I know in the past we said, well, that's kind of generally never happened, really ish. But
Well, for example, if it ended today, we would probably go ahead and just close out those expansions, let them, and give all 5 levels.
mhm,
And then whatever reveals we've showed on the core set, we'd probably just go ahead and put those into. Um,
mhm,
so if you put your $50 in for Silent Hall, either you go ahead and give them the whole thing, or like Ed suggested, if you put in 50 and there's 5 levels, we would give you credit of $10 for each level that did not get met. That was another option too. However,
options, yeah,
I wouldn't worry about it. I think if they're all going to hit, I wouldn't. I don't think they're not
yeah,
going to not hit.
Correct.
Um, so
okay, there you go.
yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think we're going to hit all these things. So there we go.
All
And
right.
who are we rating today, Justin? Who's on?
That's a great question. Let's see here. Um. Hmm.
I don't have my thing pulled up. I'm gonna go eat some food because I am
Wow.
starving.
Sky is doing some crazy stuff. She has a black light and she's
Hmm.
unrecognizable.
Josh Foreman's
Um.
on, but he's playing the mud. Studio J7.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's go Studio
Uh,
J7.
okay.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you guys very much for tuning in as always. We'll do this again tomorrow. Although tomorrow it might be a part of Reaper Live. I'm not sure we'll do
Yeah, we
this.
might hold off and then not do the
Correct.
Bones 6 fix and just tie it into Reaper Live.
Correct. Yeah, we might tie it into Reaper Live. Exactly.
Hmm.
Okay.
That to me that makes the most sense probably. It just depends on
Okay.
where we're at. So, but
Gotcha.
that's it. Well, thank you folks very much. Keep being awesome, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for backing. Appreciate it.
All right, wave, guys. You gotta wave. Especially you, Rod. That works too. That's a horrible salute. Thanks, guys.
No, it's not. That was right on the money.